and other people are rotating by the amount of cows or days that they need to be here.
So how often do you leave, like to go to Coverdid or
When I'm feeling that I'm going insane. Yeah, the days here are pretty long, and after like 10 or 14 days, you start to lose the timeline. Which day is it? Is it morning? Is it evening?
so how did you become the cheesemaker? Did you go to
Actually,
school, or was it just you grew up here and you learned? Or
there are several factors. My grandfather was already a cheesemaker here. Then my father was a cheesemaker, and he also went to like school for food and science. And then when I was deciding which way do I want to go in school, I also decided to do the it's a different name of the program right now at the faculty in Ljubljana, but I'm doing my master's in food science right now. So I already got my degree in food science. Now I'm doing a step higher.
When do you have time to do that?
Yeah, in autumn.
Okay.
I stay here from end of May till end of September, which is just perfect for the summer holidays. So there ain't no rest for the weekend.
what do these signs mean?
This means, yeah, the cows are up high, but there are different breeds of cows here because each owner has their own breed. And the most represented breed here is Brown Swiss. It's a Swiss breed of cow, milking cow. So one of the owners that were here, he made these signatures. That's like a slogan for their
More than milk.
and this means the brown is the right one.
Brown cows rule.
Yeah. We have 80 hectares of pastures around here. Some of them you see up there. There's a one behind us. There's like a platform above us, and also a few pastures up there. So like I said, we are rotating them. Each day they go to different fields, and after 7 days they come back to the same field again. So that's how do you say, circular rotation management.
Sort of like you do crops, right?
Yeah,
When you
yeah.
have corn, when you have wheat.
So the procedure of milking, as you see, we have two separate places. In the beginning, all the cows go to the right one, where they wait to get to the milking station. This is the milking station. We have 4 cows for each side. They park themselves into their spaces. We give them some vitamins and minerals in here. And then the milk is collected in this tank below us. It's lowered because it's much more efficient to milk the cows at your head height. Because in the past, when cows were, I will show you the rest of the barn. How does it look? We had little stools, and we had to sit under each cow, and we had like. There's right behind these doors is a former milking machine. We had 4 of these. So you went to each cow with this, you milked it, you pour the milk into a different container, and then you took the milk from each cow down to the cheese making place.
So you had a cement truck comes up this little road?
Yeah. It is possible.
It seems like many cement trucks.
It's an experience.
Yeah, how old is this building?
91.
Okay.
Fun fact about this building, how they collected the money for all the materials. They were cutting down trees for firewood, and a truck loaded the trees here, took them to the valley. They sold the trunks, bought the bricks and cement, and the truck came back up with. So they were doing material for material. So yeah, milk is collected here. Once this container is full, there's a pump that pumps milk directly into the cellar, where there's a big refrigerator for milk, like a pool.
Mm-hmm.
And for making our type of cheese, we use half of milk needs to be matured for 12 hours, which means we save it from the last milking, and the other half is from the current milking. So the cheese that I make today was made partially from milk that was milked today, and partially from the milk from yesterday evening. So we always leave half of the amount of milk for the next.
Is that just for the right quantity, or does it make a difference to have
It does
old
make a
and-
difference.
old and new milk
I
together?
will explain the technology inside.
Okay.
Now we go to the museum. These are the vitamins. They also come up by truck. And see these iron fences? That's how the barn used to look like for the whole land.
Mm-hmm.
Where you milk by hand.
Yeah, we brought all the cows inside at the same time. They were tied to their box. Fun fact: the cows know where to park themselves.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, you said that in there, they,
Yeah, but also there it doesn't matter in which order they come.
Right.
We all the milk gets together. Before that, cow's milk from the cows from each owner was weighed, and then was labeled how much milk their cows
Right.
got, and it was calculated into cheese.
Yeah.
How does it work now? We have twice a month. There's a guy that comes from Nova Gorica, from the Institute of Agriculture,
Mm-hmm.
and he takes samples from each cow and also measures the amount of milk from each cow, and then we make the average above all the takings, and it's calculated from the average number of the milk. So, but it's relatively accurate.
Twice a month, you said?
Twice a month, yeah.
so how long is a cow good for milking? Like how many years?
The cow is pregnant for 9 months and 9 days. So they usually, the high quantity cows from big farms, they right away take their calves away and start milking them until 1 or 2 months before she gives birth again. So that means around 6-7 months of milking per year.
Yeah, but her lifespan,
Her lifespan,
for milking, the productive span.
we have some cows here that are 15 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it the production go down and down, or is
The
it pretty
milk
much-
is not that problematic. The problematics are their hoofs, because when they get older, their legs are not as strong as they were, and to do all this hiking during summer,
Mm-hmm.
they get hurt, and then because their immune system starts producing like antibodies.
Oh, yeah.
That gets also into the milk, and that gets the milk bad.
Mm-hmm.
And we treat them, but if treatment doesn't go right, there's no more. It's sad to say, but no more use of it. So
Yeah.
so then it goes
No more cow.
to steaks.
Yeah.
Maybe you hear some breathing behind you. We have 19 pigs behind that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you can check. You can check how peacefully they sleep. Sometimes I wish I could do the same.
They are very quiet. Do they? When are they active, or do they sleep all the
They
time?
are very
They-
active. He just rolled.
During the day, they usually like this. And after the afternoon milking, we take them out. They go outside to play a bit. But the main purpose of having pigs is we had a problem what to do with the leftover whey.
I was going to ask you, yeah.
Yeah, and because it is actually a biohazard for the environment to let that big amount of whey into the nature. We have pigs, so we pump the leftover whey to here. They eat it. We give them some.
Does it go in here? No.
No. They're also separated between owners, so at the end of season, each owner gets his own pig. Then they feed it at home for another month or two, and then we have salami.
Yeah. Well, and I would think that they would produce really good meat eating whey like that, but
They actually, the problem is the fat tissue is made from different kind of fatty acids, which means that some acids are better for drying meat, others are worse. Because for making good salami and for good fermentation and also drying of the salami, you need really hard fat tissue. The backside bacon is the best. And the problem with whey is that it makes really soft fat tissue. So once they live here, they need to feed them like potatoes and let's say
carbohydrates.
yeah, carbohydrates basically to starch to get their bacon more solid and then they're. But for fresh meat, it's okay. For like steaks or whatever.
Were the pigs part of the process when your grandpa was a cheesemaker? Or is
Yeah,
that
actually, yeah.
Really?
There was some time that there were no pigs here. And now we started again for zero waste economy. Yeah. Okay. I think that we covered the part around the barn.
Is this for sons?
No. It's also used as storage as you see.
Yeah, I missed the intro.
Since we have this kind of milking, the hygiene is a lot better, and also the products are more repetitive. So it's more
Controlled, yeah.
There's no control basically. The quality of milk stays the same all the time.
So what do you have to do in terms of like cleaning and
This is
food safety kind of stuff?
These kind of milking machines have their own cleaning system, which means that in the cellar I just make a loop. I connect the hose, and there's a washing machine behind here that pushes the hot water and the cleaning agents through it. So right now it's in cleaning position. This is where the water sprays. This is then folded like this, and then this is ready for
Is there a big generator somewhere doing the
Yeah.
refrigeration and the lights and everything?
giant generator. We also use some solar energy. And it's mostly to power the lights and the, electric utilities. But for the milking machine, we need to turn on the generator. Okay.
Thank you.
So the milk that here goes to those lights. Now to the cheese making.
Who's the artist?
That's, I think, a local boy enjoyed it.
Smells so good in here.
Smells like
Well, better than the barn, let's say.
smells like it should.
Smells like work.
You can come to here. We don't want to get the floor dirty, so you can come to here.
Okay.
It's not a problem. So this is the milk container that I said, the refrigerator. The milk comes here, and then we take it through this hose to the how do you say, a kettle? Yeah, a kettle. Right now we have empty. It's empty because right now the amount of milk is such that I can do it like one day I need to make 2 times 600 liters per milk for cheese, and then every second day I only make one batch in the morning of 750, and then it sort of regulates itself. Milk goes from here to the inside we have we can come closer if you want. The leftover whey that was left from the cheese, and right now we are boiling it to 90 degrees, so we will make ricotta cheese. And whatever is left from that, then we pump it from here to the legs.
In ricotta, you had something from the stomach, right?
That is added to cheese. Because milk is made, the main protein inside milk are, one is called casein and the other is albumin. And for making this type of cheese, we use like an enzyme starter, which the enzymes from the calf's stomach, it curds the cheese, the milk into cheese. So for that we use, but it's artificial. It's not made from literal calves anymore. That's used to coagulate the milk into like sort of gel, like a pudding. Then we cut that with the wooden sword right there.
Mm-hmm.
This one we cut it into like type of a mesh. And in the older days, let's say, they used this. It's called the heart. So they cut it with this. That big pieces, they need to cut it into smaller pieces like you see on the floor. These are the leftover. So we need to make the gel structure into pieces big as a corn seed.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays we have a bit more practical thing. So we use this blade here, and these ones are used for mixing and stirring. So the mixing and stirring is for today completed. So everything we need to do now is to bring this to 90 degrees, and then we add, before I said the coagulation of this type of protein happens because of the enzymes. In the meanwhile, for the albumin type of proteins, to coagulate, we need to achieve high temperature, which is around 90 degrees, or a boiling point. And also we need to add something to acidify the whey. We achieve that by fermenting the old whey, so it gets sour with fermentation. The bacteria produces acids, and we use that, or we can use is it called citron acid or vinegar? Yeah,
Mhm.
it's any kind of acid. We need to lower the pH level, and when the pH is low enough, then the whey starts to coagulate into a thick layer of ricotta.
What is this? The
Uh,
copper.
This one is for cleaning water, for cleaning the floors.
Ah, okay.
So that's just heating the water. It's never used for milk, and this one is always used for milk. So this
And-
one is for clean stuff. This one is for water.
And the heat source here is wood?
The heat source is like this. Wow. And we can show you how to regulate the temperature. There are no stages here to turn from 1 to 5. We have this kind of thing, which moves the whole burning furnace
More air, less air.
from this side to this side.
Oh.
So if I don't want my milk to get any warmer, I just move the whole the fire pit under this one.
So it's not an air thing, it's actually moving the
Yeah.
wood itself?
And we change the airflow here, so when the fire pit is here, it goes to the chimney on this side, and when it's here, it goes to this side. So, but also you need to have some sort of feeling of how much firewood to put in to get the right temperature to time ratio, which means that it can get warmer too fast or too slow. So it needs to rise just at the right pace. And
So how often do you have to put wood in?
All day?
when I feel that there's a need for it.
Yeah.
During the cheese making process, the fire is burning all the time. So 6 hours per batch.
Mm-hmm.
6 in the morning, 6 in the afternoon, which comes to around 3 to 4 barrels of.
Uh-huh.
Depends on what kind of wood. Right now I have sort of low quality. The best wood is from not oak, the trees that you saw on the
A fruit tree?
no, birch. Is it
Birch,
birch?
birch,
I think.
Or beach. Beach or birch?
No, birch. This is the hardwood. Just a second. Once we get the cheese in the size of corn, we need to extract as much weight out of the little pieces as we can. So the temperature to make the milk into the gel structure is 35 degrees. And then once it's cut, we heat it up to 45 degrees. And we say that then the stage of drying the cheese, which with constant stirring at that temperature brings the whey out of the cheese curd itself,
Mm-hmm.
which is also the main purpose that we're doing right now. That's why it's under the press. We are pressing it firstly to get cheese into shape of these molds. Like you see, they are like that. And also to get as much whey out as we can. Also at this stage, this is the point where the fermentation is the strongest. That's why we need to keep this place warm, so that the cheese stays warm and the lactic acid bacteria they're eating lactose that's inside the cheese and are producing lactic acid, which is lowering the pH level of the cheese. And also the enzymes from the bacteria itself are decaying the protein and the fat into simpler structures, which gives us flavor and aroma at the end. So this initial part is very important for next stages of aging the cheese.
How long does this take?
This takes from around 6 hours, and we need to change the cheese 3 times. I can show you how. Because you'll see that right now. cheese is. This one is pretty good. It still has some defects like this edge or these little bumps. So we do this 3 times. Each cheese gets this.
So how long has this cheese been?
Here.
Yeah, like how many hours did it take to get to this stage?
We woke up at 4 a.m. when there's still a bit dark. We drink our coffee. Then the team that's here goes and brings up the cows, and around 4:45 the milking starts. That's when I start to heat up the milk from yesterday, and also they are adding the milk from today. So from 5 a.m. let's say, if I am fast, I can make it in 6 hours. That the cheese from milk gets into the cell.
And this one goes to a bigger one, like that's the different sizes here? Or
The sizes are, each cheese is brought out by one with this cheesecloth. So when you take out the cheese, you can't exactly measure how big it will be. So you like eyeball it, and then that's why each cheese is, one is a little bigger, one is a little smaller. That's why we can adapt the size by this.
Oh, I see. So it's not a set size. It's
No,
like a
it
belt
compre-
that
it
goes
compresses
around.
itself,
I
yeah.
see. Huh.
Um,
But so from when you first took it out of there in the cheesecloth, how many hours ago was that to get to
That
this
was-
stage?
1 hour and a half ago, 2 hours,
Okay.
something like that. Yeah.
and the pressure from this, like this is rigid, right? So
Yeah.
how does it? Where does
That's-
the pressure come from?
That's the feeling from the cheesemaker.
Ah.
We need to make just as much
A
much
little
edge
more, okay.
above so that it presses itself into
I see.
the correct shape. Which is much harder than it looks like.
It seems like that would.
Sorry.
That's hard, yeah.
So cheese from here, maybe we'll do something. We'll do a farm-like disinfection of shoes. just step like this into the puddle.
Yeah.
And then we'll go into the center. So once the cheese is sorry. We need to keep that place warm and this place cold. So
I see.
that's why the doors have to be. The cheese first stage from the press comes here. We put it into salt brine, which is a concentrated salty water, where like I said, the fermentation there is right now the strongest. And once we put it into cold salty water, the fermentation stops. The bacteria are more like, they are not dead, but just more relaxed. They stay here for 36 hours. Main reason is to conservate it by adding salt, which deflects all the bad bacteria and molds. From here it goes to here to just drain a bit, and then goes to this storage. This is where we keep the young cheese, and then once it reaches here about a week, we put it into that space. And once that space is full, the president that I mentioned before comes up, and he divides the cheese between the owners, and then calls all the owners. You have cheese here, please come up and get it. And then each owner gets his part of the cheese and then sells it by himself or
Mhm.
to his friends, neighbors, family.
So how long here and how long there before it's ready?
The technical ripeness or the right amount of aging is around 2 months for this type of cheese. I have prepared a bit of this young cheese for you to try. How does it taste? I also have a cheese from last year, so you'll see the difference. How much does it age in 1 year?
Does that just stay in the same room for a year in here?
They take it to valley once it reaches here for about a month old because
Okay.
the cellar is too small to contain all the cheese. So they need to mature it at home for like another month or
And
as much as they want. You can age it up to 2 years. It is the value is adding. Also the texture, aroma, and taste is getting more stronger, more specific. But after 2 years, it slowly starts to lose its quality because of it loses so much moisture that it becomes hard almost.
And at home, do you have to have a specific facility, or you can just leave it out and it?
No, it's to correct aging of the cheese. We need temperature between 16 and 18 degrees. So if you don't have a cellar at home or like a refrigerated room, it's quite hard to achieve that temperature. And also the humidity needs to be between 80 and 90%.
Like a humidor.
Yeah.
Cigars.
Cheese.
Yeah.
So why are some of these small and larger? Just based on
Like I said,
just how much people pulled out when they.
how much I take out because you
They're
know,
pretty consistent, most
Yeah.
of them.
That's the feeling. That's the feeling that you get.
So
Uh-huh.
how much does an average one weigh?
Around 3 to 4 kilos. So some of them are smaller, some of them are bigger, but the specification requires it to be from 3 to 4.5 or something like that.
So do you know, like, say if I age this for 2 years, how much could I sell it for?
The price, if you buy it here, 2-month-old is 17 euros per kilo.
17 euros
Yeah.
per kilo? Wow.
And then with aging, it comes to 25 maybe.
Mhm.
Depends on how good seller are you.
Yeah.
And so all the owners, I'm assuming that they all have to say that that all the stuff is kind of labeled as coming from the same place. And
Yeah. Also, the customers appreciate if they get cheese from this handmade
Right.
cheese, because there's a milk dairy facility in Kobarid. It's called Planika, where they make the same type of cheese, but more on the industry level.
Mhm.
And they also they heat up the milk to 70 degrees. They pasteurize it, which means that
Not
I forgot
alive.
to tell. Yeah, the milk that we get from cows is alive. Actually, all the bacteria and the stuff that cows has in their system also comes to milk. Originally to get into the calves to get
Right.
like immunity and stuff. So the microbes inside the milk, some are good, some are bad. And if we leave the milk at room temperature, all of those bacteria starts to work. And sometimes if there's a lot of bad bacteria, they might like overcome the good bacteria, and then we get spoiled milk.
Mhm.
What we do is we add like a starter culture of lacto-acid bacteria, which are specific kinds of bacteria that we want, and we add them at the beginning of the cheese making process, so they have time to expand and to reproduce. So they take away food and the living space to the bad bacteria. So we kind of rush them before the bad bacteria can affect the milk or cheese, and that's how we contain the.
You don't have to pasteurize, you do it this way
Yeah,
instead.
yeah. And also with all that, inside the starter culture, there's only 2 or 3 specific kinds of bacteria. Inside milk, there's thousands of them. And those different kinds of also good bacteria, but are not strictly homofermentive, as we say, that they also only make lactic acid. They also make CO2 and ethanol and stuff like this, which also gives a special flavor to the cheese. That's why this cheese will not be the same as this cheese, because the pasture when this milk was milked, the weather was different, the pasture was different, the mood of the cow was maybe different. So there's not specific taste, each one is a little bit different, which makes it that more special.
How many farmers did you say were part of this operation?
There are 18 owners, but only 10 of them are still bringing cows up.
10.
Yeah.
Is there any difference of opinion or controversy over their share that they end up with? They think they should have more?
That's discussed on a meeting of the owners. Everything is agreed upon, and nothing is like ordered from the president. Everything is like voted, or let's say.
Yeah.
So I think there are no extremely hard feelings.
So what number of cheese are you making today? What like?
In this area.
I'm just saying these are all numbered by how. I'm assuming each one of these has a number of like.
This number is the date of when it was made, and this is like a serial number.
Is that the 318th one for this year?
Yeah.
Okay. So what numbers today are you putting on?
I think we are. This is around 350, something like that. This is the freshest one.
Okay.
And they just started in May.
Yeah, end of May. It's 15th day today, I think. So 15 days, this much cheese.
Wow.
Oh, I did something to myself.
Uh-oh.
Because of every cut you get here, your hands are all the time in either salt water, either acid water, and nothing heals never. Did I forget anything? Any questions?
When in the winter, shuts down or?
1 meter of snow.
And the cows?
Go to the valley to each of their owner. I just
Yeah.
wash my hands.
Super interesting.
Yeah, that's great.